A world divided where tensions run high and peace seems elusive. Biden's diplomacy versus Netanyahu's iron fist. Two leaders, two vastly different approaches. The Middle East is a powder keg of ancient grievances and geopolitical rivalries. Centuries-old conflicts simmer beneath the surface, threatening to erupt at any moment. The US and Israel, long-standing allies, now face a strained relationship. Their bond, once unshakable, is tested by differing strategies and visions for the future. Biden, a seasoned diplomat, advocates for dialogue and diplomacy. He believes in the power of negotiation and the importance of building bridges. Netanyahu, facing domestic pressures, emphasizes military strength. His approach is rooted in a belief that security can only be achieved through force. This clash of worldviews shapes the current crisis. The tension between diplomacy and military action creates a complex and volatile situation. Biden's calls for restraint contrast sharply with Netanyahu's military operations. The world watches as these two leaders navigate a delicate balance. The international community watches, aware of the high stakes. Every decision made by these leaders has global implications. The decisions of these leaders will impact the future of the Middle East. Their choices will determine the path forward for a region fraught with tension. The world is at a crossroads. The actions taken today will shape the geopolitical landscape for generations. The outcome will reverberate for years to come. The echoes of today's decisions will be felt long into the future, influencing the course of history. The diplomatic tightrope that President Joe Biden walks is a delicate one. Biden's vision for the Middle East is both ambitious and complex. Biden believes in the transformative power of diplomacy, seeing it as a tool to foster peace and stability. His approach is rooted in dialogue, compromise, and understanding, aiming to bridge divides and build trust. Biden's strategy involves engaging with both allies and adversaries, recognizing that lasting peace requires inclusive conversations. He prioritizes dialogue over military intervention, believing that war only leads to more suffering and instability. Reviving the Iran nuclear deal, known as the JCPOA, is a cornerstone of his policy, aiming to curb nuclear proliferation. Biden sees the JCPOA as crucial for preventing nuclear proliferation and ensuring regional security. Critics argue his approach emboldens adversaries, claiming it shows weakness and invites aggression. Despite criticism, Biden remains steadfast in his commitment to diplomacy, believing it is the most effective path forward. He believes that through persistent and patient diplomacy, a stable and prosperous Middle East is achievable, benefiting not just the region but the world at large. The Iron Dome doctrine, Netanyahu's unwavering stance. Netanyahu believes Israel is surrounded by hostile enemies. His security-first doctrine prioritizes military strength. The Iron Dome missile defense system is central to his strategy. Netanyahu advocates for a more assertive foreign policy. His approach includes covert operations and airstrikes. Supporters praise his commitment to Israel's security. Critics argue his policies exacerbate regional tensions. A relationship strained, communication breakdown, and its consequences can be far-reaching and severe. The US-Israel relationship faces significant strain, impacting both nations' strategic interests. Differences between Biden and Netanyahu have led to friction, making it difficult to find common ground. Lack of effective communication hinders policy coordination, leading to misunderstandings and missed opportunities. Biden struggles to establish a rapport with Netanyahu, complicating diplomatic efforts. Disagreements on key issues create mistrust, further straining the relationship. The Biden administration was caught off guard by Israel's military response, highlighting the communication gap. Efforts to revive the Iran nuclear deal face resistance both domestically and internationally. The strained relationship emboldens adversaries like Iran, who see an opportunity to exploit the discord. The risk of miscalculation and escalation increases, posing a threat to regional stability and global peace.